Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at how to create a sticky header once you scroll down. So once you scroll like this and you get to a particular pixels, it drops down. This video was actually inspired by one of our subscribers who asked us to do this video for a better understanding. So let's get right into the video. So I'll get to Visual Studio Code. So let me close this and start another project. So on the desktop, I'll create a folder. I'll call this sticky header on scroll. So let's call that on scroll. So I'll create a new, so I'll open it in Visual Studio Code. So as usual, I'll create 3 files. One will be the index.html. I'll create another one called the styles.css. Then I'll create a JavaScript file. So we'll start with our HTML. I'll just add our boilerplate. Okay, so I have the boilerplate. So I'll change this to sticky header on scroll using CSS and JavaScript. Or let me just write the JavaScript in full and JavaScript. Okay. Save it. Then I'll come and just create a header. So I like to have header container. So I'll just do this container. Now inside the container, I'm going to have a logo area. So I'll call this logo area. So I'll just put this logo. Create another area I'll call the menu area. I'll just do this menu, save it, and that's just pretty much what we are going to do. So I'll just go live and let's see how it looks. So we have this. So I'll go back now, link the CSS. So let's link the CSS. Call this, I think it's styles with plural. So styles.css. So the first thing I'll do in the styles file is to do a reset. So I'll do box sizing, border box, as usual. We'll do margin. Anybody who have followed my video will discover, they will come to a discovery that I like doing everything alphabetically. I have no reason why, but I just love to do it alphabetically. It helps me focus my eyes and I know where I'm at. But you don't need to do it the way I'm doing. But if you want to, fine, you are free to follow it. There is no copyright attachment to it. So let's move on with the video. So I'll do the body. I'll create maybe a background color, just to give it some little, I'll just do depth. So this is not light enough. So I'll just take this up and take it some notch. So we have this. Then I'll create a font family. I love Lucida for no reason. I just love the font. What else do I do here? Okay, nothing. Okay, let's leave it for now. If there's anything that I need to add, I will come back to that. So let's get into our header. So this is the header area. So I'll just create a bluish background. I like to I like to first of all create something like this. Then I'll just go into it and look for the dark blue. I want to use something somewhere around this area is fine. So let's just check what we have done so far to be sure we're on track. So we have this, okay? So the next thing I would love to do is, if we go back to our HTML, we have the container and we have the logo area and the menu area. So I might just do color on the header, so we have everything pretty much on white. So I have this on white, just take a peek. So we have this on white. So I'll now go back to the container. So do container, okay, container. So the first thing I will do right now is to the contents are too close to the edge. So I'll just do a margin 0 auto to center it in the middle when we create our width. So I'll use a width of 80%. Then I'll do display flex. Then justify content space. Could do space around, or we could do space between. Depends on. Okay, I think space between will work better. So space between. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Then what do I do next? So I'll just do the container. Then is it logo area I called it? Yeah, logo area and menu area. So we have logo area. Create a comma, container, menu area. So I'll just do flex 100. So that's okay. Then we have this. Then I want to push the menu to the end. So I'll come down here and do container dot menu area. So I'll do display flex, then justify content flex end. Okay. So we have that pretty much there. Then I could now add padding on the container. So let's go back to the container. You just add the padding of maybe 1 rem, 0 rem. On 1 rem top and bottom, then the 0 will be left and right. So it doesn't increase the width of the container again. So the next thing I would love to do is go back to the body and add height, so that the image, so that we have the contents go down very well. So I could do 100 rem. So let's see. So that we can have movement. Yeah. So with this movement, we can do what we want to do. So I think this is pretty much what want us to do for now. We'll come back if we need any other thing that we need. So let's go into our JavaScript. So I'm going to include the JavaScript here. So source, we do app.js. So we'll go into our JavaScript. Now, what I would love to do now is on scroll. What we're going to do is we're going to add an event listener. Then on scroll, once we get to a particular pixels, then the scroll works. So we do window.add event listener. Then we'll now say on scroll. So on scroll, we'll now use the arrow function. So just do this. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to say on scroll. If I scroll, let there be an alert message and say you scrolled me. I want to be sure that what we are doing is correct. So let's go on this and say, so as you scroll, say scroll, so it's working. So I'll remove this back. So on this place, I will create a variable to get the header. So I'll do const header, not constant, const header equals to document dot query selector. So just do the header. Then I'll create a variable for the window scroll but at the y-axis. So I'll do another const and call it window on scroll. That's the variable. We'll now use window dot scroll y. So this is the variable we have created. So we'll now do a conditional statement. Conditional statement will now say if windows on scroll is greater than maybe 300 pixels. Now there's something I will need to add in this area. Now if you notice, sorry, where is it now? The header will do position relative. You could do fixed if you want to do, but I want to do relative. Then I will now create a class constant on the header. A class I will now do on, I'll call it scroll. Okay, let me give it another name. Let's say fixed scroll, something like that, just anything. So I'll now do position fixed top 0, left 0. Then I'll now do width of 100%. Then z index, let's do z index 3 so that it's always above. So go back to our JavaScript and now say if Windows and if Windows on scroll is greater than 300, then header.classlist add. So add will now be, sorry again, I have to go back. Fixed scroll will now be fixed scroll else header dot class list dot remove. Then we have the fixed scroll. So that's just pretty much it. There are other things you can add later. So you see, as I scroll down, it pops out. So as you scroll now, it pops out. Okay, at this point, if you notice the way it comes down, that it comes down too sharp. There is no transition to it or animation to it. So that's what we are going to add. So I'll go back to the CSS. I'll create a slight animation. So I'll just do at keyframe. So I'll call this slide down. So I'll now do from. So we'll do transform translate y. So we'll now do minus 100%. Then to will now be transform, another translate y, and we'll bring that down to 0. So we'll come to this place and add our animation. So we had the name of the animation, which is slide down. How long do you want it to last? Let's say 5 seconds. And we want it to do ease in and out. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So it's saved. So we'll go and it comes down. See, and it goes and it comes down. So that's pretty. I hope this short video has helped you, especially our subscriber who wanted this video. I hope it has helped you and also helped other persons who are also interested in something like this. Right, please let's subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. Right, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.